Hello guys, welcome to watch our video and continue the solution of worksheet 7. Our lesson today is talking about limits at infinity. Limit at infinity. As you see, this means f of x approaches to any value as the independent variable x increase without bound or decrease without bound. It means how to express this one by using limit, this one. Limit f of x as x decrease without bound. X approaches negative infinity. Here x approaches what? Infinity. I have to tell you, maybe I find the limit of f of x when x approaches to negative infinity, but I don't find the limit f of x when x approaches to infinity. This means maybe I find one of them and the others no. Both limit f of x when x approaches to negative infinity and the limit f of x when x approaches to infinity exist and equal the same number. Maybe the limit as x approaches to negative infinity or x approaches infinity be what? The same or different. Or one of them exists, the other does not exist. Neither of them, okay, neither limit f of x when x approaches to negative infinity nor limit f of x when x approaches to infinity exists. Maybe both of them will not be exist. Here, look with me. I'd like to give you rule. Focus with me. I'd like to use the whiteboard. Wait for me, I prefer to use the black one. Okay, focus with me. Sorry. Wait. Look with me here. If we find limit a x to power n plus b x plus whatever, okay, b x to power m plus c, sorry, here we can write any number, maybe 6x plus any polynomial in numerator and any polynomial in denominator, x plus blah blah by any way. Limit x approaches when x approaches to what? Infinity. I'll consider a x to power n is the leading term and here this one is a leading term. What is the meaning of the leading term of any polynomial? The term with the greatest power, as I told you before. I'd like to remind you, for example, 3x to power 3 plus 7 x to power 5 minus 3. What is the leading term here? It doesn't mean the first one, no. It means the term with the greatest exponent. Okay, so a7x to power 5 is a leading, is what? Leading term. Leading term, it means the term with the greatest power or greatest exponent. Okay? Means here, if I'd like to find the limit of any rational function as x approaches infinity or negative infinity by any way, okay, please follow my steps. It will be limit the leading term in the numerator over the leading term in denominator as x approaches to what? Infinity or negative infinity. Here the result, how to find the result of this one? But the first term, the limit of rational function when x approaches to infinity, as you have to remember, the result will be y equal constant, which is the rule or the equation of horizontal line. Please don't forget. This is mean the horizontal line. The equation of horizontal line y equal constant. The horizontal line. Okay? I refer to it by using dot line. Okay. Here the result, as you see, of this, it will be one of the following. Please focus. I have 3 cases. Wait, I'd like to move it up more. Okay. Here, miss, I have one of these cases, okay? If the exponent of the leading term in numerator less than the exponent, that is exponent, okay, of the leading term in numerator less than the exponent of the leading term in denominator, so limit a x to power n over b x to power m as x approaches to infinity or negative infinity, but anyway, it will be 0. How? Limit, for example, 3x to power 2 over 5x to power 4, x approaches to infinity. It will be, since the exponent here less than the exponent here, the result will be 0. That is the rule you have to follow. Okay? If n, okay, focus. If n less than, equal m. So limit a x to power n over b x to power m. When x approaches infinity, it will be the coefficient of the leading term in numerator over the coefficient of the leading term in denominator. It will be over b. Example, limit 3x to power 2 over 5x to power 2. They have the same exponent. When x approaches, for example, negative infinity. For example, negative infinity or infinity, but anyway, since they have the same exponent, it will be 3 over 5. That is the second case. Third case. Please, it is very, very important. Third case. Oh my God, wait, I did something wrong, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yes, alhamdulillah. Okay, look here. If n greater than m, limit a x to power n over b x to power m. X approaches to what? Infinity or negative infinity, by any way, or negative infinity. So the result in this case, it will be infinity or negative infinity. That is depend on the substitution. I have to do what? I have to simplify, then replace. And you have to remember, any operation I'll do it on infinity, give you infinity. Okay? Here, for example, limit 3x to power 5 over 2x to power 2, okay? X approaches to what? Negative infinity. For example, look here, I have to simplify this one, the number 3 over 2 already in the simplest form, multiply this one, which is x to power 3. Someone asked me before, Miss, from where we get 3? When we divide exponential by exponential, we keep the base as it is and subtract the exponent, okay? Okay. Then replace by this one. Replace by this one. What is the result? It will be. Focus. What is the result? It will be. Here it will be 3 over 2. If I have to simplify using the quotient rule of the quotient rule of dividing, or the rule of dividing indices. I'm so sorry. Negative infinity to power what? 3. Odd and negative, it will be negative infinity. The infinity, when we raise to any power, give you infinity also. But if it is odd, and we have negative, as you know, odd and negative will be negative infinity multiply 3 over 2. But here, negative multiply positive, it will be what? It will be, you have to remember the rule of what? The rule of negative number. Okay? It will be here. negative infinity. But if we positive, it will be positive, no problem. Be careful, negative, the odd power raised to, if we raise any negative to odd power, it gives you negative. Even infinity, yes. I hope to remember. I have to simplify it, find the leading term of numerator over leading term in denominator, as you see here. Then simplify it. After we simplify, I replace by infinity or negative infinity. Any operation, I don't have any problem. But any operation, I'll do it on infinity or negative infinity, give you infinity or negative infinity. But don't forget the product rule of the sign, or the sign product rule. How to multiply negative by negative, negative by positive. Don't forget the rule of multiplying integer number or the sign. Okay. Here, after I explain the lesson, you have to see with me how to solve this exercise, okay? Look with me. Here, as you see, I'd like to find the limit of this function when x approaches to infinity. I follow this rule when we find the limit when x approaches to infinity. It will be limit, okay, negative 6x to power 4 over 2x to power 4. X approaches to what? Infinity. Leading term, it means the term with the greatest power in numerator, the term of the greatest power with the greatest power of denominator. It will be, they have the same exponent. It will be negative 6 over 2. It will be negative 3. That is your result. Y equal negative 3 is a horizontal asymptote. Okay? I hope to understand. Miss, can you solve in another way? Yes. Look with me here. I can circle the leading term, which means the term with the greatest power. The leading term in the denominator, which means the term with the greatest power or exponent. So it will be, if they have the same power, so it will be coefficient in numerator over coefficient in denominator. It will be negative 3. You can solve by this way? Yes. Okay. What is the next one? Please don't forget where is the leading term here, but take any term with its sign. Don't say x to power 3, no, negative x to power 3, and that is the leading term. Power in numerator greater than the power in denominator. It will be limit, negative x to power 3 over 3x. X approaches to what? Infinity. Clear? Okay. 3 and 2. Okay. Write in the simplest form. This means the number, the coefficient here. X to power 3 over x to power 1. It will be x to power 2. Then replace by infinity here. It will be negative third multiply infinity to power 2. Okay, infinity to power 2, it means the infinity. Positive infinity multiply negative, it will be what? Negative infinity. Don't forget the sign rule. The sign what? Rule. Look, negative infinity. Understand? As I told you before, how to find the limit of any composite function, or by another way. Here I have this function g of x. As we do with the function, I'll do with its limit. Here, what we have done with this function, take the nth root of this function. So it will be the nth root of its limit. Limit nth root of any function, it will be the nth root of the limit of this function, as you see. Okay, Miss, let me see here. This one, it's so trivial. This means the square root of the limit, the square root of the limit. But don't forget to know how to find the limit, the leading term. It will be, and they have the same power, it will be the square root of 2 over 6, which will be in the simplest form 1 over 3. So it will be 1 over square root 3 as we solve it in the session. That is your turn. That is what? Your turn, please. Okay. Hurry up. I think it will not take a long time because you understand how we solve. Leading term, they have the same power. It will be 1 coefficient here over coefficient here. As you solve it inside the class, here, miss, that is the leading term because the term with the greatest power. Here, less than this 2 and 3, it will be 0 mentally. Here, as I told you, limit difference of two functions, it will be difference their limit. Or by another way, it takes the limit of the first minus limit of the second. Leading term over leading term, it will be 3. Minus leading term over leading term, it will be half. So it will be 5 over 2 or 2.5. Easy. I know I solved it because we solved it already inside the class. The leading term over leading term, they have the same power. So the result, it will be coefficient of the leading term in numerator over the coefficient of the leading term in denominator. It will be 2 over 9. I hope you understand. This one is so trivial. Means it will be the square root of the limit. I follow this one when x approaches infinity or negative infinity. So it will be, they have the same power. It will be 3 over 6, which will be square root in the simplest form, 1 over. It will be 1 over square root 2. Square root numerator over square root of denominator. Okay? This one, they have the same power. Coefficient in numerator over coefficient in denominator will be negative 9. This one, they have the same leading coefficient. Circle the leading coefficient and compare the exponent, then apply the rule, or decide first which rule we will apply, then apply it. 2 over 15 because they have the same. Here it means the limit of the first minus 1. Means here, it means x to power 0. Any constant, it means the term raised to power 0. Or by any way, limit any number over x to power 0, power 1, x to power 2, or it will be 0. Because the degree here, less than the degree here, minus 1, it will be negative 1. This limit always 0. Any number over x because the exponent in numerator less than exponent in denominator. Or as x become large, any number of it give you what? 0. Okay? Thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye.